Second when you think you lost your keys. I just experienced that. Hey, welcome to the chat. Happy Thursday evening. Or wherever you're from. If you're not from Canada or what time zone you're in, but hello, Harjot. Approaching River Street. I will be crossing over the bridge. I'm pretty much going to repeat the same route I did on the before. A couple months back. In Medano. Good evening. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, that was cool. Like, I knew he was in the area, and when I realized I was close enough towards him, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna snipe him, because during Henry's birthday stream, he arrived with the crowd pretty much minutes after I left, so I made it determined that I will meet him again soon, so I finally did. Again, cool mural on here. Yeah. Cats. Appears to be a beaver. Rabbit. This goes on and on. Turtle. Hares, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, very well done. Very professional. Almost like Tweety Bird there. I love that. Looks like a blue squirrel. Pretty cool. We have a German Shepherd ahead. Appears to be. My gimbal's like stuck on a certain mode. I don't know what it's doing. It wants to turn the other way, hold up people. I just have to turn this off and on again. It's being a little stubborn here. There we go, back to normal. Has attitude. I swear to God it does. I always love to look at train tracks, especially like during sunset. I guess you could say sunrise as well, but it always makes great scenery for a really nice picture. As opposed to a busy, congested highway, where it's kind of like, you know, bugs just going back and forth in a colony. Completely different effect visually. or relaxation wise. And we have this really, really dirty water. Really sludge green. All that lumber over there. See a little loony on top of and a bit more kind of delays, but you can see a loony there. Now I got to zoom the F out. Starting to get a bit more aggressive. But I'm probably gonna be going down Davies. Yeah, I think I am. Look how close it is to the DVP access. BMW driver is wasting absolutely no time to get onto the access there, like a typical BMW driver would act, but probably left a signal off or something. And I believe I see an H3 approaching. Hummers are a rare sight nowadays. I believe they discontinued in 2004, but I've seen recent hybrid ones. Well, this is an H2. Okay. This is more boxier than the H3. And the H1 was obviously military based, I believe. But yeah, really cool sighting. So yeah, the address to this is 33 Davis or Davies Avenue. I think it's Davis, but it's cool how they have the 3 on one side and 3 on the other in different designs. It's pretty unique. Just gonna get around this loop here. Matilda Street. And it's a nice quiet little nook, considering how close we are to the DVP. And I know it's all obstructed by trees, but I'm gonna see if I can find a nice little peak where I can look onto the DVP, of course without getting hit by a car. That's always a bonus. But along here, I don't know. It's like you're in the jungle almost. Hey Alicia, welcome to the chat. I went around here, but now it's like I have to dip down. I think this is the greatest I'm going to do. Just gonna go around here a little bit. Whoa, without tripping and falling. Like I said, it's a cool little nook. And I'll just sleep around here. Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. And someone else, is it Caesar? Yeah. As Ken was saying, in the stream, he's playing in Drake's hometown. Like, uh-oh. Don't forget that beef. But whatever. Like, if there's ever a city to perform in Toronto. I mean, in Canada, it's Toronto. Brain fart, but yeah. People like to make drama out of anything, though. I'm sure it'll be fine. I actually know someone that's going to that concert tonight. And this is a cool little suburb area. Kind of connected to a park here. Carroll Street, so. This building has a very distillery look to it, I guess you could say. Alicia says they called her in last minute hairstyle. So you do hairstyling at Skydome? That's pretty badass, to be honest. But probably very busy too, of course. Take a look down here. Definitely a place for like certain events, special events, I would think. So. And this is pretty interesting considering how much this road is dedicated to bike lanes. It's like they prioritize cyclists over drivers. The lanes take place in the center of the road, and I'm not really understanding why. Usually they're supposed to be as close to the sidewalk as possible, so it's definitely strange. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat has ever seen a road like this with bicycle indicators, but it's definitely unique to me. But yeah, it's a very nice day. I don't even know the exact temperature. It was around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius a little bit earlier. But now it's kind of, a little bit breezier, but still, warm enough. And as the sun's going down, I think I'll arrive home just in time. And wow, Dundas seems very backed up heading east, but streetcars can definitely slow that down too to a certain degree, but yeah, it's really backed up. Hey, Canadian Vasily, what's going on? What well are you by, Vasily? Yes, I really do prefer, like, honestly, I'm a weirdo. I prefer overcast, cold days, but, you know, because I sweat too much, honestly. I'm not a well expert. Okay. Oh well, what am I supposed to say, Vasily? I'll have to Google it when I get off the stream. Bob in the house. Aren't we just a couple of blondes, Alicia? That's all we are. Anyone have a swim in this water? Almost back in town, Vasily? Another train track. Maybe it's the same one I just crossed. Probably is. Got the Mercedes dealership out here. Lexus on the other side. Yeah, it varies. I'm getting picked up tomorrow and I'm heading to Clarkson. And by the time you're on like the 401, around like 7:30 a.m., it's like bumper to bumper. But ironically enough, if you go out like 9:30, suddenly it like really clears up. You can actually drive, so. But if you like go on the 401 anytime after 3 o'clock, you're cooked. Probably even before then. Yeah, the DVP, the 401, Gardner Expressway. Good area of the main streets heading east or west, even on like streetcars. Streetcars can be so slow, I just get off and walk. Yeah, you'll be screwed then, Bob. Maybe on a Saturday or Sunday it could be slightly better for you, but any weekday, yeah, you'll be SOL. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk and wait. These are one of those slow lights you have no button for, and you're just kind of waiting endlessly. Yeah, pretty much, Bob. How much rust can you have on the top of a vehicle? Like, dude, time to retire that thing. This transmission must be like completely out of order, and it's gonna be on the highway one day, and it's gonna buckle up, and there you go. I gotta say though, the designs to these condos are pretty nice. They all almost have a bit of a futuristic look to them, which I always think is pretty cool. So and I guess I'll dip around here. What am I on? Tubman Avenue. And there seems to be a lot of people playing soccer or something around here. Seems to be a recreational area or a field. Bill Graham Youth Center. Pretty cool looking bike. No pets are allowed to do their duty business on their freshly trimmed lawn. Maybe this whole complex just doesn't allow dogs. There's a lot of places, apartments, condos that do not allow pets at all. It's starting to become more of a common thing, actually. Got some couches on display here. Nope, it's not frozen. Doesn't look like too bad of a couch. You got a side chair here. I'm sure that'll be picked up eventually. Across here, around here. I'll be in this about 5 minutes. I'm not too far from home, so I think that'd be a good approximation of time. What's probably a beer? Bob. I could go for a beer. I may or may not have, whoa, not this rotate thing again. Yeah, it's that rotate thing again. It just gets stuck in the right direction. It doesn't move back. I have no idea why. It's like the third time it's done this, so hopefully it's stabilized now. Just I'm gonna go up around here. Hey Sebastian, welcome to the chat. Happy Thursday. You heard Bob. Thank you, Bob. This is not a request, this is a threat. I'm joking. But yes, please subscribe, like, share, yada yada. I'm pretty sure I'm on subscription only mode though, so anyone that's in the chat has already subscribed. So once again, thank you to all. And you always see a little interesting story at the side of one of these U-Hauls. Bats use complex sounds to greet, direct, war, and play with one another. That's exactly what it says. What are we discovering about bat communication and how does it affect human lives? Learn more about echolocation at uhaul.com. Alrighty then. Oh no, always subscribe, Bob. Always subscribe. There's been a few times where I've like gotten some subscriptions and then like, let's say like I bump up like 5 subscriptions, right? And then I come back and suddenly it goes down to. It's like, hey, what did I do wrong? But it does happen. Seem to get myself into roadblocks here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to Dundas. Actually, no, nix that. I'm going a bit south. And then I'm probably just gonna end it. I'm like almost at the 30-minute mark. This was not supposed to be a long video, so yeah, it is nice. It's nice, Bob. But it has about 2 or 3 minutes left to live, this stream, so I'm just gonna kind of dip around a corner and see what access I can get without having to walk all the way down to Queen. Right, see, David Street, but that doesn't mean anything to me because this is part of a residential area and it'll just cut off probably at the end of these condos here. This is a school safety community zone. Yeah, that's definitely a dead end with that fence there, so I have no choice but to keep going south until I find a main intersection, and then that's when I'll cut it off. So Hey, Cynthia Sunflowers. Good evening. Welcome towards the end of the chat. I hope you're having a great Thursday evening. Another little side street, Sutton Avenue. Yeah, I'm kind of shorter on the live stream durations for now, but eventually I'll probably go into the hour, 2 hours. I've actually been kind of absent a bit, so it's just to kind of make up for a little bit of inconsistencies I've had so far. Okay, so now that I'm at the intersection of Sackville and Shooter, across this very unique convenience store, BA Grocery and Variety. I think it's as good as time as any to kind of cut it off. So on that note, or one more intersection. Yeah, one more intersection. I guess I'll go to the next set of lights. Thank you, Madano, as always. Greatest moderator ever. Yeah, I'm going a little bit west. I'm just going to Parliament. Pretty sure, and then isn't that unique? Look at 383 here. Look how squeezed in and narrow that is. In fact, I'll even go across the street to get a little bit of a better view here. Look at that. I wonder how much they paid for that whole residence. Why not Sherbourne? Because Sherbourne is when people start to get aggressive when they see a guy holding a camera in public, especially on a gimbal. I've had experiences where I can definitely say that I do not feel confident doing that again. So yeah, Parliament will be a perfect street to end this. Bob says, where's the address? The wine bottle woman for one? I don't think I caught on to that. But here's another unique piece of architecture. The color too. Oh, if you go back on it, I'm sure I captured it. 3 something, but I wasn't exactly paying attention. Last Barrel House, yeah. Oh no, okay, that's one you're talking about. That was a few weeks ago. You're right. No, like that was near Dundas in Sherbourne, and she was at a bus stop, and suddenly said like, "Don't film me, I don't consent." And I'm like, "All right, I'm just turning the other way." And she's like, "Delete that." I'm like, "No." And then, you know, because I wouldn't delete it on the spot, and even though I went my other way, she wouldn't take that as an answer and just decided to follow me relentlessly. Even when I crossed streets, she would cross it with me. And I kind of just had to yell at her. Very loudly and aggressively, I just told her to F off. And eventually she F'd off, but wow. Stay safe out there, folks, especially in this area. So, on that note, I made it to Parliament, and I'll be ending this here. So thank you to everyone that has tuned in for this brief live stream. It's all good. Take care of yourselves, everyone. I will see you in the next one, and I might be on a live stream tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know, and yeah, have a good one. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Badano, Trax, Cynthia, Alicia, Sebastian, everyone. Take care and have a great night. Walker out.